my beautiful friends. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy you found your way into this little pocket of magic. Today, we're diving into one of my favorite cozy witchy topics, how to create your very own Wiccan altar on a budget. Whether you're brand new to the craft or just looking for ways to refresh your sacred space without spending a ton of money, I've got you covered. We're going to discuss how you can build an altar using things you likely already have at home. No fancy tools or expensive crystals required. So, brew a cup of tea, grab your notebook, and let's get this altar glowing with energy and intention. Let's start with a quick refresher. What is a Wiccan altar? Simply put, your altar is your sacred space. It's a place to center your energy, connect the real and the divine, and practice your craft. It's where you can cast spells, celebrate the Sabbats, honor the elements, and connect with any deities, ancestors, or spirit guides that you might work with. And the best part? Your altar is yours. It can be as simple or as elaborate as you want. The only thing that matters most is your intention. So, let's take a look at the basic elements of an altar. Most traditional Wiccan altars will include representations of the four elements, which of course are earth, air, fire, and water. Most witches will also keep their tools on their altar. This can include cauldrons, chalices, blades, wands, pentacles, crystals, and anything else they might be working with. If you're working with deities or spiritual guides or ancestors, you might have some type of offering or some sort of representation of them on your altar. I personally like to include seasonal symbols for the wheel of the year on my altar. And lastly, you'll probably want to include things related to your intentions or to the energy that you want to call in. Now don't worry. This might seem a little overwhelming, but I'm going to show you how you can gather all of this using what you already have or what you can easily find. First, you'll want to choose your altar surface. You don't need any kind of fancy table or stand. You can use a nightstand or a windowsill. Bookshelves work really well. Even like a small wooden cutting board would be fine. A tray that you can tuck away when you're not using your altar makes an absolutely beautiful portable idea. Now, if you want to honor the elements on your altar, you can easily do this using everyday items that you can find around your house. For earth, consider a rock from outside, salt, soil in a jar, or even a small potted plant works good. For air, you can use incense, feathers, or even a paper fan. Obviously, a candle is good for fire, but you can also use a tea light or a matchbox. And finally, for water, you can use a bowl of water, a seashell, or even a tiny little jar of moon water. Now, let's talk about the tools. For these, you can easily improvise with what you have at your home. The ritual blade could be a butter knife or a letter opener. A cauldron can simply be a bowl or a cup. And likewise, the chalice can be any kind of small cup or maybe a vintage teacup. For your wand, you could use a paintbrush or a pencil or even a stick that you find outside. And lastly, if you need a pentacle, you can draw one on paper. You could use a coin, or you could trace one in salt or sand. If you're working with the spirits or any deities and you want to represent them, you can place a photo, a figurine, a candle, or a crystal that reminds you of them. You could even use a small statue, or a feather, or a flower. Whatever helps you feel connected, that's all that matters. Finally, if you're interested in using seasonal decor to honor the Sabbats, you don't have to buy anything special. You could just go outside and forage for something simple and beautiful. This could include leaves for autumn, flowers for spring, citrus slices in the summer, or even pine in the winter. Now remember, this is your magical space, so don't be afraid to personalize it. You can add a journal, a spell jar, tarot cards, anything that you like to work with, you can include on your altar. Maybe you include a photo of an ancestor, or a charm, or something that carries emotional significance. The more love that you pour into your altar, the more it reflects your energy. Once your altar is set, take a moment to cleanse the space. You can use smoke, you can use sound like clapping or a bell. You can visualize light washing over your altar and cleansing it. Then set your intention. Say a simple blessing or an affirmation to dedicate your altar. This could be something like, "May this space be sacred, safe, and filled with magic. So mote it be." And there you have it. Your very own DIY Wiccan altar created with intention and heart. It's all set up and ready for you to work with. Lexi Cat is back again. Remember, magic isn't about how much money you spend. It's not about what you put together on your altar. It's about how present you are. Your altar is a mirror of your spirit, so let it grow with you. Allow it to shift with the seasons and your intentions. She's playing now. It will become a place to hold space for your practice. If you're loving this kind of cozy, practical, witchy content, please don't forget to subscribe, ring that bell, and join our growing magical community. I share weekly videos on spells, rituals, and modern mystical living, and I would love to have you in our circle. Also, let me know in the comments, what are you placing on your altar first? If you'd like to see a tour of mine, just say the word. I'll be happy to share. Until next time, stay grounded, stay magical, and blessed be.